Thank you for joining us for this look at some of the best stories from KPBS News this week. I'm Jade Hindman. Protecting vulnerable species in North County. See the work that's part of expanding rail service in the area. And you are not alone. Volunteers show us they cover a lot of ground in rural East County to provide connections for seniors. And tryouts in Tijuana, San Diego's new MLS team takes advantage of its international talent pool. We start with the independence of boards and commissions in the city of San Diego. KPBS investigative reporter Scott Rodd says current and former appointees are speaking out about a new set of rules proposed by the mayor's office.
There are dozens of boards and commissions in San Diego that provide analysis, oversight, and policy recommendations. They cover a range of topics, from housing to historical resources to policing. Mayor Todd Gloria's office wants to implement a code of conduct for members who are volunteer appointees. Most of the rules seem like common sense, such as practice active listening and create a welcoming environment. But some are more controversial, like the rule that says, quote, never publicly criticize an individual employee.
That is truly muzzling members of boards and commissions.
Pega Parsi is vice chair of the Privacy Advisory Board.
Saying that we can't criticize work of public officials, that's an egregious thing to have in a code of conduct.
The proposed code of conduct also says that communications with the press must first be submitted to Gloria's administration for prior review. That apparently includes any time an individual board or commission member does an interview.
And it could lead me or any member of a board or commission to question whether or not they're able to talk to the press.
Critics say it makes sense to have standards and expectations for those who serve, but they argue the current proposal goes too far. Genevieve Jones-Wright is executive director of the nonprofit Community Advocates for Just and Moral Governance. She previously served on the Commission on Gang Prevention and Intervention.
By prohibiting public criticism, the policy could very well hinder the ability of commissioners to hold city employees accountable.
The proposal will go before the city council when members return from summer recess. Representatives from Gloria's administration declined or did not respond to repeated interview requests. They also did not respond to an emailed list of detailed questions. The proposed code of conduct could also raise legal questions.
It's a First Amendment issue.
Corey Briggs is an open government lawyer who has sued the city of San Diego numerous times.
They have a right, as somebody put into that position, to fulfill their responsibilities, and that means speaking the truth.
He argues that's just a matter of responsible governing. Scott Rodd, KPBS News.
And environmental work is underway in North County to protect vulnerable and threatened species. As Alexander Wynn shows us, it's part of a project to double-track the rail corridor.
These marine biologists are out here today looking for these. They're called eelgrass.
It's a very, very important species to the ecosystem of the lagoon.
Tim Pesci is a senior environmental planner for Sandag. He says the scientists are also out there looking for caulerpa.
That is a very, very bad species. It takes over the stream channels and it outcompetes eelgrass. So if that species is there, we want to make sure that we work with the resource agencies to get rid of it.
Caulerpa was found in San Diego Bay last year. He doesn't think it's here in the lagoon, so this is just a precautionary measure. Fish depend on native eelgrass for food and shelter, so losing it would be detrimental to the environment. The eelgrass surveys is part of a project to replace this bridge that's more than 80 years old. Now this one is made of wood. The new one will be concrete and double-tracked. Sandag says adding a second track would alleviate rail congestion through this corridor, letting more trains through. And the new bridge would also improve the overall health of the lagoon.
The lagoon opening underneath the new bridge will be about 40 feet wider, so that will increase the tidal flows into the central basin and improve water quality.
Construction for the bridge is expected to be completed in 2028, taking into account nesting seasons for wetland birds. The Bataquitos Lagoon double-track project is expected to cost over $165 million. Alexander Nguyen, KPBS News.
Also, Narcan vending machines have popped up throughout San Diego County, but that tool has had a slower rollout on tribal properties. Tanya Thorne tells us about resources now available at one casino.
Over a dozen naloxone vending machines are available throughout San Diego County, but they're not all the same. We've seen more and more Narcan vending machines throughout San Diego County, but this one right here is the first smart vending machine, and it's here on tribal property at Casino Palma. And now it still does the same thing and dispenses your fentanyl test strips as well as your Narcan naloxone spray, but it does more than that. It is touchscreen and it's got new and innovative technology. You can click here on the home screen and get services. Hundreds and hundreds of services between San Diego and Riverside County. It has a map that shows where you are and where the services are around you. And there's things such as shelter and housing, food and health services. And what's convenient about this is that anyone can use this. You don't have to be a tribal member or a casino patron. Anybody from the public driving through Casino Palma here on the road can come and use this machine.
According to the numbers, we don't have a big fentanyl problem, but as tribal council and as a community member, we know it's here. And so we thought it would be a great idea to not only service the tribe, but also the community as a whole.
Chairman of the Palma Band of Luiseño Indians, Temet Mahol, said the tribal council approved the purchase of the vending machine unanimously. That followed support from Casino Palma.
It's not indicative of an issue that's particular here, but we know it's ongoing, and all it takes is one person to have issues with addiction, and this machine could be life-saving, and if it saves one life, then we all want to be part of that.
The machine is located outside of the casino in a discreet location for anonymity. Amy Knox with the Harm Reduction Coalition says the machine can be a lifeline for communities on the outskirts of San Diego.
We only all have so much funds to be able to support outside services and referrals, so this machine really helps with that. We don't have a caseworker or a case manager sitting here giving you referrals. You can come up anonymously and get the referrals that you need without having to see somebody. And so sometimes that opens up a whole new level of care for people, removes a barrier that people may have.
The machine has had over 2,500 inquiries in a time span of almost 2 months. Reporting from Casino Palma, Tanya Thorne, KPBS News.
For more stories like this, you can sign up to our newsletters to get a list of our most popular stories. Here are some from this week. A new pavilion in Balboa Park celebrates San Diego, Tijuana as World Design Capital. We'll have that a bit later. And a consent form revives debate over San Diego Unified's JROTC program. And meet the San Diegans who are bringing home Olympic medals from Paris. All right, recent heat waves put isolated seniors in rural areas at greater risk. KPBS health reporter Heidi DeMarco shows us how volunteers are helping them stay in safe, extreme temperatures.
Welfare check point 9.
My name is Stacy Coble. I'm 63 years old. I've been a volunteer of the Sheriff Volunteer Patrol for the past 2 years.
I gotta get the mileage.
I already did.
Oh, you did? All right.
I take care of you.
You sure
I am my dad's partner. We cover a 400-mile radius. We are out in the backcountry. We go as far as the Imperial County line, up to the Cuyamaca Mountains, to Potrero, and right along the border.
Stacy Coble and her dad, Bill Husky, work out of the Pine Valley Sheriff's Station. They're among 336 sheriff volunteers who check on elderly and disabled people living alone in San Diego County. Today, they're visiting 82-year-old George Floor and his dog Olive.
How are you surviving in the heat?
Oh, I'm making it. He used to be a logger, but he lives way out in the East County and lives in a little trailer, him and his dog. And we've been going and seeing George now for at least 5 years.
So we make sure that they are happy, they're safe. We can't always control the weather or the conditions that they live in, but if they say they're hungry, then we reach out to Meals on Wheels, PACE. We try to find every resource that there is that could help make their lives a little better.
Hey, George. Hey, how are you, my brother? George, a neighbor signed him up, but a lot of the people that are signed up, a deputy has been called out on a welfare check, sees what's going on, and they get them signed up. Now, the person has to agree to it, that we can come by and visit them every day.
I just love it when they come out here and check on me. Yeah, I got sugar diabetes. And the last thing I want to do is go into a diabetic coma and lay there and die. So I really like it when people come out here and check on this old fart,
Seniors are expected to make up 40% of rural households by 2030, according to the Urban Institute. In San Diego County, nearly 101,000 seniors are spending their golden years alone and facing increased health risks in solitude.
Some of them don't have any air conditioning, and it is 100 degrees out here. Right now we're going through a real hot spell, but it's every summer. So we check on them to make sure that they're getting some kind of relief from the weather, making sure they have water, making sure they have food.
Heat poses greater risks for older adults, especially those with pre-existing conditions, social isolation, or limited access to air conditioning.
How am I doing with the heat? Not very good. Not very good. I got an air conditioner, but I don't like to run it because I don't have that much money, You know what I mean? It just costs a fortune, so I got a fan going in there.
Heat can be especially challenging for individuals with emphysema, a chronic obstructive pulmonary disease that heightens the risk of breathing difficulties.
It's nice to have somebody looking forward to seeing me, which is very unusual. But I got emphysema.
Oh dear.
Heat wave studies reveal that older adults living alone face the highest risk of heat-related death. A University of Waterloo study calls for policy reforms to enhance air conditioning access for seniors in the southern U.S. It recommends both mandatory air conditioning in new homes and solutions to reducing operating costs.
Oh, Olive, honey, I love you so. You're keeping this old man alive, aren't you?
It's sad because when you talk to them, they all have families, and a lot of them say, well, they never come and visit us.
3 girls and a boy, and I love every one of them dearly. 2 of them I wouldn't know if I saw them on the street. That's how long I've been away from them. Yeah, I love my kids. Oh, well.
I wish this program was more known. I am sure there are a lot of people that could benefit, and it's all over San Diego County.
I don't know what to do without people checking on me, Find me dead,
Well, we're not going to do that. You're going to be here a long, long time.
Oh, yeah. I have no intention of passing it.
Good.
I'm too young.
That's right.
Heidi DeMarco, KPBS News.
All right. San Diegans are getting their first look at a place that symbolizes how San Diego and Tijuana became this year's World Design Capital. KPBS reporter Thomas Fudge says it's an event that showcases architecture and urban planning.
The Exchange Pavilion is in the Plaza de Panama in Balboa Park. You can't miss it. It has a structural design to mimic the San Diego-Tijuana border wall, but in this wall, there's a gap.
The pavilion is a wall that's been fused together to become this community space for people to come, join, gather, and it is actually a representation of nearshoring. We really tried to, it opened our eyes to this collaborative effort that exists in our region and how strong we are together.
The World Design Capital is a recognition and celebration of the power of design in a community. Past capitals have included Mexico City and Seoul, South Korea. San Diego Tijuana was the first joint application in the program's history. The pavilion in Balboa Park is a symbol and a gathering space. San Diego City Councilman Raul Campillo was an early supporter of World Design Capital 2024. He says the inclusion of 2 cities this year is emblematic of life in the region.
I think that the idea that we're a bi-national region that operates as one organism rather than 2 separate cities and 2 separate countries is going to be achieved here because the programming that comes here is going to highlight American artists and Mexican artists. It's going to highlight American scientists and Mexican scientists. I think a lot of people don't realize that the educational institutions on both sides of the border actually exchange a lot of ideas, a lot of technology, a lot of jobs.
The real border wall is transformed in this pavilion to a place for lectures and education. Its electronic ticker shows poems, not stock prices. The pavilion's official grand opening is this weekend. A list of events linked to World Design Capital 2024 can be found at its website, wdc2024.org. Thomas Fudge, KPBS News.
Something to definitely check out. All right, it's not every day you get a chance to make your dreams come true, but in Tijuana this week, hundreds of young soccer players got that rare opportunity. KPBS border reporter Gustavo Solis went to a tryout for the Youth Academy for San Diego's new Major League Soccer team.
This is about as high stakes as you can get for youth soccer. These kids are trying out to be part of San Diego's new Major League Soccer team, San Diego FC. The team will start playing at Snapdragon Stadium next year.
I'm trying out because hopefully I can make the team and grow in soccer.
It's really cool, actually. I love it. I hope I can make it. I'm gonna give it my all and try.
Es mi sueño y sería maravilloso cumplirlo.
This is one of many tryouts and tournaments San Diego FC scouts will be attending over the next few months in San Diego and Tijuana. They plan to evaluate more than 20,000 players, with only 30 moving on to join the team's youth academy in El Cajon.
These kind of events, for sure, we're looking for the top players. Ustedes vinieron aquí pidiendo oportunidad para ser jugadores de San Diego FC.
That's Rafael Calderon, one of the team's scouts.
At the end, we're looking for players. This is not a rocket science, it's soccer.
About 1,000 kids born between 2010 and 2014 registered for the open tryout in Tijuana on Monday. That this is happening south of the border is historic. So says Joaquin Escoto. He runs San Diego FC's Youth Academy program.
We are in our first ever open tryout in Mexico, which starts in Tijuana. And we're super excited. The first time that any MLS team comes to scout in Mexico. And for us, it has a lot of responsibility, but we want to give opportunities to any kid in Tijuana to come play for San Diego FC.
That's because Major League Soccer limits each team to a specific geographic area from which they can develop youth players. And San Diego FC is the only MLS team with an assigned area that includes Mexico.
I think it's definitely a competitive advantage. It's also unique, and I think it's a huge opportunity for us and for anybody in Mexico.
Think of the academy as a farm system where the ultimate goal is to develop talented youngsters into MLS players. San Diego's academy will be free to the lucky few who are selected. Escoto says that includes training, education, and room and board. Players from Mexico would even get student visas to live and study in the U.S.
Once you come into our academy, you're either going to be a professional soccer player or you're going to go to a top school in the NCAA.
And that's also a dream come true for parents. Arturo Jimenez Cruz drove from Los Angeles to watch the Tijuana tryout.
We hear that they're providing school and everything, so dude, that's like a plus for us. So yeah, we're excited.
He even brought grandma and grandpa along.
Mando! Vamos, boy! I think that they're doing a great thing. You know, everybody deserves a chance.
After a few hours Monday morning, scouts began selecting players for the next round of tryouts. Those chosen to move on were presented with bright red wristbands with the letters VIP printed on them. Papa. Tiago Alicia Morales was one of them. The 11-year-old attacking player gave his dad a big hug after hearing the news.
Bien padre. Me siento súper emocionado.
Then he called mom.
Hola, mamá.
Gustavo Solis, KPBS News.
Now we go from the soccer field to the classroom, where students in the San Diego Unified School District returned to class this week. Katie Anastas stopped by Crawford High School, where students and staff were ready for a new year.
It's the first day of school at Crawford High School. For incoming freshmen Kaylee Sok and Kira Kwan, it brings up a mix of emotions.
I'm pretty nervous because it's like a new school and I don't really know that much people, but I'm also super excited because I like socializing a lot.
There's a lot to look forward to this year, says Crawford principal Rashawn Villery. One is the new PE program focusing on swim and water safety. 2 summers ago, a Crawford student was celebrating his graduation at Mission Beach and drowned there.
This program represents a significant step forward as we transform a past tragedy into a triumph for our students.
Other changes are coming to the school's law academy, which offers classes, mentorship with local attorneys, and field trips to places like El Cajon Superior Court. Students can participate in the mock trial team and help mediate conflicts between their peers. This year, Crawford also plans to launch a teen court program.
Say juvenile's caught shoplifting. Part of that diversion program is their choice is they can go to the teen court. So in here we would have students as the jury. We would have an actual judge or an attorney up there. And the students get to ask the parents questions, the juvenile questions, and then they come up with consequences.
This school year starts a week earlier than last year. The district says the new calendar allows the first semester to end before winter break, so students don't have to worry about end-of-semester projects and exams during their time off. Katie Anastas, KPBS News.
And KPBS is embarking on a new series about volunteering, sharing people and their stories about how they devote their time in unexpected ways. South Bay reporter Corey Suzuki went to visit one volunteer who works as a guide at the Tijuana River estuary and who leads a really unique kind of tour.
Let me see if I can. Yes, this is lemonade berry. And the reason I know it's lemonade berry is because the leaves are thick and leathery, almost like the tongue of a leather shoe. I've learned to identify about almost 40 plants just by touch and also smell. So that's, okay, Gidget, here we go. My name is Ron Peterson. I'm 73 years old. I'm a retired scientist and engineer. I worked for the U.S. Navy for about 40 years. I live here in Imperial Beach, and I am blind. And this is Gidget. This is my guide dog. And we are here at the Tijuana estuary. This is one of my homes away from home. There's, I would say, in the neighborhood of about 50 native plants. It's also an amazing bird sanctuary. So our nature walks here at the estuary, there's several nature walks and there's several bird walks. And one of those nature walks is mine. I'm a docent for this nature walk called the Eye Openening Experience without sight, where a blind person leads a nature walk and introduces visitors to the native plants with the emphasis on the other four senses besides sight. Well, let's start over here with a very special plant right over here. Everyone take a whiff and tell me what you think.
I don't love it.
Oh, because we have I don't love it. Most people don't care for it all that much. And this plant is actually called bladder pod, and I think you can see why it has the name bladder pod. I've worked here as a volunteer for about 9 years. I learned the plants, and I did a lot of volunteer work here, planting native plants and clearing trails. But then 5 years ago, things kind of went south for me. Glaucoma. I lost my vision, and I couldn't work here anymore. I couldn't do the things that I was doing. It was frightening. I felt very much alone, and I felt that I didn't know how I was going to enjoy life anymore. And then finally, a couple of years ago, the idea came along that since I had already learned many of these plants by sight, I could learn these plants by touch and smell, and then share that with people during one of the nature walks. It's the wonderful feel and especially the smells, and there's even sounds. The bladder pod, when they dry, they make little rattles, and the wind blowing through the cottonwoods, kind of a whispering sound because of the shape of the leaves. And the sound of the bees in the lemonade berries. There's even taste. They really taste good. They taste like little lemonade candy, but that's not something we do with visitors. the thing about giving to others is not only is it a good thing to do, it's the right thing to do, but also it takes the focus off of yourself so that you don't feel sorry for yourself. You're putting the focus on others. So to me, that just became an important part of my life. It's always been an important part of my life, but it has helped me to wake up with a smile on my face, to wake up looking forward to the day, and feeling like I accomplished something at the end of each day, that I did something for someone besides me. Come on closer, folks. Come on closer so you can hear me. We are now beneath some special trees, specifically the Fremont cottonwood. They are very distinctive. They're large, they're soft. The shape of these leaves, if there's a strong breeze, they'll vibrate a little bit. It's really an aerodynamics thing. And that vibration causes the tree to kind of shimmer, some people say murmur, in a breeze.
Are you hearing that sound right now?
With all of the noise and the helicopters and the wind isn't blowing quite hard enough, no, I'm not. I'm not hearing it now. But if it was blowing harder and if it were very quiet, maybe I can. Maybe I can.
What a great experience. Ron's story was produced by Corey Suzuki and Caroline Corellis. We hope you enjoyed this look at KPBS News this week. I'm Jade Hindman. Thanks for joining us.